Hi everyone, it's Dave here from davestravelpages.com, and this is day 2 of my cycling tour here in Greece. I'm going to leave Thebes and start cycling towards the coast. I've got a day of about 100 kilometres in mind, and when I get to the coast I'm going to stay in a campground called Camping Venezuela. Well, if it's open, that is. So here's some clips from the road and some commentary. I'll speak to you in a bit. Leaving Thebes now and heading towards a place called Livadia. I think this is going to be a lot of highway cycling, which is pretty unavoidable in some parts of Greece. But then once I've reached Livadia, I'll head onto a minor road and then head towards the coast. I'm not too sure what today's cycling is going to be like. My thought is probably not super inspiring, to be fair. I think I've got another day's ride and then things get a little bit more interesting in terms of scenery and that sort of thing. Still, you never know. Every day is an exciting day on a bike tour. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu on this road. Last year I did a 1-week cycle tour in Greece, and although I took a different route to get to Thebes, I think I then took a very similar route to get to the coastline afterwards. From memory, this road should be reasonably flat, and then there's going to be some hills about halfway or 3/4 of the way in. Just gone 9 o'clock, and this is a Sunday, and this road is perfect right now. It's got a nice wide shoulder, very minimal traffic, clear sky, you can see those mountains, people in the fields picking. It's a very relaxing ride first thing on a Sunday morning. About 25 kilometres into the journey. It's been pretty good going so far, mostly flat, and the hills have been over there to my left for most of the time. So I'm going to take a quick break and then carry on. I've just noticed there's a tap where I'm staying. Let's see if it's got any water coming out. Yeah, well, kind of. Okay, well, I think this is a good time to test out the travel tap I'm taking. So that water might be drinkable, but I've got no way to tell. So let's try the travel tap. So this is the travel tap that I bought and had posted out to me. Not opened it yet, so let's see what it's about. This is the instructions for use. And it's been pre-flushed for instant use, which is handy because I never even thought of that. Okay, so unscrew cap and remove the filter, fill the bottle 3/4 full, replace the filter, close the cap, pull up mouthpiece and suck. Ooh, misses. Okay, well, the idea for me is to squeeze it into one of my other water bottles, which it looks like I can do. Okay, seems fairly straightforward, so let's just give it a go. Okay, so that's the filter. So I filled it up to 3/4. And now I'm going to put the filter back in. Kind of floats a little bit. Turn the top. Wow, this is like the most exciting video I've ever done, right? So I think that's it. So I'm just going to test it out by drinking through this. Well, it seems to work okay. This is when you squeeze and pour. So I'm just going to fill up my water bottles and then carry on. Just setting off after filling my water bottles up with that travel tap. What a great bit of kit. Now admittedly, I could probably have just drank that water anyway, of course. But it was a good opportunity to test it out. I just cycled past this, so thought I'd come back and have a look. And it's another monument to those lost during World War II resistance. There's quite a few of those in this area, especially around the coast. Probably come across a couple more on this journey, I should think. As well as that, saw an old abandoned mill here as well. And you can still see the mill wheel there. So let's carry on. I've now turned off the main highway number 3 and I'm heading towards the coast. Between me and the coast though, there may be a couple of hills. But I think I came this route before. So if I survived it once, I will probably survive it again, I guess. And I've got a little bit of a downhill now, so sweet. Just stopped by at the side of the road, and this is a monument to the band of sacred Thebans who fell in battle when Philip II of Macedon, who I think was Alexander's father, beat up the Athenians a little bit. Nice shady place. So I'm going to take 5 here, I think. Fingers crossed that the road doesn't take me up that mountain. Don't think I'm quite ready for that yet. Leaving the main road now, and it looks like I can't really avoid those hills. I've got about 30 kilometres to go, so I guess once I'm over the other side of those, it's all downhill to the coast. And nothing beats crawling along at 7.5 kilometres an hour with the sun blaring down. Actually, the sun's gone behind a cloud, which is quite nice. Up ahead is the town of Modi, and I think I'm about halfway up the total ascent by the looks of it, although I thought this was going to be the easy bit, so I'm not too sure what the hard bit's going to be like. I can dream of going at 30 kilometers an hour. At the minute I'm at 5 kilometers an hour. There's definitely a world of difference between trying to climb like this at kilometer 20 of your journey and at kilometer 80, which is when I started it. Still, I don't think there can be much more uphill left now. And once I do reach the top, yeah, it's going to be all downhill to the coast. My campground. I'm going to set my tent up. I'm going to have the biggest meal that anyone's ever seen in their life. And then I'm going to get some lovely, lovely sleep. That little building could at the top of the hill. If I was the religious kind, I'd give thanks for making it to the top. But instead, I think I'll just go and sit in the shade for 5 minutes. First dirt track of the tour. It's pretty smooth and it should be flat. I wasn't actually expecting it, so I do hope it continues where I want it to and doesn't just finish abruptly. Actually, it's going to transform into tarmac. Excellent. There should be 2 camping grounds to where I'm heading, and the one I'm heading for is called Camping Venezuela. And I'm going there because it's called Camping Venezuela. I don't want to know why. So I've made it to the coast, as you may be able to see when I turn to the right slightly. And just 600 metres left to the campground.
In 600 metres, your destination will be on the right.
See, even Google agrees. So then, I've made it to the next place. And it's a campground, and I'm going to set up here in this little pitch here, which is nice and green, which makes a change for some of the campsites in Greece. And it's got everything I need here. There's a kitchen over there. I'm going to point it there. There's a kitchen over there. And the shower block is right behind me. So I'm going to set the tent up, and then I'm going to go to the mini market, which is on site, and get some supplies for the rest of the day. And then make myself some sort of food and probably have an early night. I will do a roundup of the day though at the end, so that we know what I've spent and all that sort of stuff. Catch you in a bit. So I'm showered and somewhat more refreshed, and I've just been over to the camp supermarket and bought a few things. It's a little bit pricey there, so I spent €6.10 on a pint of milk, some ham, and what else did I get? And some kind of bready thing. Still, there we go. The camping itself is going to be relatively cheap. I've not paid for that yet. So with that in mind, my end of day spend was €6.10 for these bits and bobs, €4 for breakfast, €1 for a snack, and 50 cents for some fruit. So I think that comes to $11.50. Now I'm not including the how much it costs to camp, because I've not paid that yet, so that's going to go on tomorrow's bill. So today's expenditure was $11.50, and at some point I'll have to try and work out like a daily average as well. What else is there from today? The lesson of the day. So lesson of the day, quite simply, is a water filter. I used it 3 times on the route, just finding a tap with some water on the way. Not only did it save me buying bottled water, but also obviously it was kinder to the environment. So a portable filter for the win. There we go, that's day 2 of the bike tour over. I hope to catch you in the next video. Cheers for now.